So you've sat down at a restaurant, somebody said they've got sediment in the glass. Before you decide to be Billy Big Balls and make a bit of a fool of yourself, let's have a look a bit more in depth about what the sediment in your glass is. Okay, so sediments sound for many different reasons. Most of the time, the other two main ones you're going to see is lees and tartrate crystals. Okay, now lees is what you see in the red wine glass. Okay, a bit like this one here. This is where the lees is the dead yeast cells, basically. Okay, and it's broken down and it's mixed in, often batonnage, where we get stick and we'll stir it in when the wine's kind of maturing. This is to really get the character of the wine mixing in with these lees, because the lees, the yeast cells give depth of character and flavour to red wine, okay? So it's often left in for a lot longer. Once it's left in and it's mixed in well, it's quite hard to get out without heavily fining and filtering the wine. Now, what we've realised over the years is fining and filtering, every step you do, you're taking a little bit away from the wine. And we don't want to take anything away from the wine. We like the wine the way it is, okay? We don't want to kill the character of the wine all the time. So we're trying to do less and less, and people are getting more understandable and appreciative of this as time goes on. Okay, this is why you're getting all the natural wines and all the kind of hipsters hanging on to this, because we appreciate actually that if you do less, it's actually probably better. So the methods of fining to get rid of the dead yeast cells would be either to add things like egg white, isinglass, which is a fish swim bladder, collagen, things like vegetable proteins. There's different types of clay we can add now. There's all these things that basically we grab hold of the sediment and then they filter that out. So it's a good way of getting all the sediment out in one go. The other ways we've got are by filtering, like depth filtering, which is where we'll use different types of rock and actual physical filters to filter the products out. You know, imagine a mesh or a sieve at home. There's different methods of this, but again, every time we do this, we're losing a bit of that character. The first stage of filtering that we do at every time in every wine is called racking. So you get one vessel, the big vessel, and we'll rack it. So we'll take the top off and drop it into the bottom. So everything in the first one at the bottom is left, and we'll just leave that. So you're allowing gravity to pull the sediment down, and then you're taking everything off the top and put it into the next one. But again, it doesn't always get it out. You'll sometimes get tartrate crystals. Now, these will form in the glass. You can't always get rid of these. This is what happens when tartric acid, part of the grape juice, forms with potassium. And you get these, what we call diamonds, wine diamonds, actually tartrate crystals. And basically, these can build up on the cork like this, or in your wine glass like this. And again, it's not harmless. It's not going to kill you. It's just part of the process, okay? It's part of the process of wine. Wine is a living, breathing thing. It's, you know, from the day that we get the grape juice and it ferments, it's continually evolving and things are happening all the time. As wine ages, it's continually evolving. So don't get put off by a bit of sediment in your glass, okay? Just learn that all these things tell a story, tell a process of how the wine was made. And now, most of the time, winemakers are trying to do less to give you a bit more in your wine, okay? So I hope that helps. Enjoy your wine. Don't worry about the sediment. Sieve it through your teeth. Or just leave it in the mullin glass. Anyway, enjoy. Till next time. Bye-bye.